We use the word sheep as an insult. We call people sheep when they blindly follow orders and can't think for themselves. But biologically speaking, that is totally unfair to the sheep. The animal grazing in the field is actually a sophisticated thinker, with a memory that might be better than yours. This is the domestic sheep. Along with dogs, they were one of the very first animals humans ever tamed, about 10,000 years ago. We usually think of them as mindless, wool-producing machines, but I'm going to show you why they never forget a face, why they have devil eyes, and the incredible story of the sheep that refused to get a haircut for 6 years. First, let's kill the dumb animal myth. Researchers at Cambridge University discovered that sheep have an eerily good memory. They can learn to recognize at least 50 distinct faces of other sheep and remember them for over 2 years. But it gets crazier. They can recognize human faces too. If a sheep sees you every day, it knows who you are. They can even spot the difference between a happy face and an angry face. So if you were mean to a sheep 3 years ago, chances are it still remembers you. And they see you coming from a mile away. Look at their eyes. Like goats and horses, sheep have horizontal, rectangular pupils. This looks weird to us, but it gives them panoramic vision. They can see about 300 degrees around their bodies without moving their heads. They can practically see behind themselves. This allows them to graze with their heads down while still watching the horizon for wolves. And yes, their eyes rotate in the socket to stay level with the ground when they bend over to eat. But while they are smart and observant, they are physically dependent on us. And that is our fault. Wild sheep, like the mouflon, grow a thick coat in winter and then naturally shed it in the spring. They don't need a barber. But humans bred domestic sheep to just keep growing wool forever. We turned off the shedding gene. This leads to the legend of Shrek the sheep. Shrek was a merino sheep in New Zealand who decided he didn't want to get sheared. He escaped his farm and hid in a cave for 6 years. When they finally found him, he looked like a giant walking cotton ball. He was carrying 60 pounds of wool on his back. That's enough to make 20 men's suits. The fleece was so heavy he could barely walk. It proves that shearing isn't cruel. It's a medical necessity. If we don't shear them, they can overheat, get trapped, or become infested with bugs. Finally, why do they flock together? It's not stupidity. It's geometry. If a predator attacks, the statistically safest place to be is right in the middle of the group. Every sheep is trying to get to the center to protect itself. That mindless following is actually a calculated survival strategy called the selfish herd. So the sheep is a misunderstood genius. It has a facial recognition system that rivals a human's. It has high-tech panoramic eyes. And it endures a heavy burden of wool just because we bred them that way. If you want to shepherd some new facts into your brain, make sure to hit that subscribe button.